Today, I'm reacting to your most inspiring gaming setups. Let's get into the first one. Dude, this episode's gonna be full of insane setups. You guys ready for this one? This one is Denai's setup. He is 27. His occupation is operator at Mayan, I think is how it's said. He's from Italy, and his main games are CSGO and Minecraft. What inspired him to build his current setup is my channel, so thank you so much. And what he built for his current setup is work and gaming. He built the setup in June. It took him about 3 months, and he afforded this by working permanent jobs for years, so he started saving money for a new PC. He built the setup himself, and here it is. So this is my boy Denai's. Man, this guy is crazy. Already off the bat, I'm loving this white and black color scheme with the panels behind it and the shelf. I love this. I think how clean this is. I love the lighting as well. The only thing I'd like to see is if the wall panels continue to the end of the wall and to the end of the side here. For the most part, I love the plants and the aesthetic you've got going on. I think you've done a great job of making everything fit, and on top of that, you know, having a great workspace. I love how like the cable management is solid here as well. Like, as well as you put the clock in your PC, which I haven't seen anybody do. All these people want to hang the clock on their wall, but they don't want to put it in their PC, so that's cool. I would almost rate this a 9.5. This video is sponsored by GutzyAiden.com, my own mousepad company. Some of the setups in this video use our mousepads. So if you like what you see, use the link down in the description to get one for yourself. Now back to the video. All right, moving on to the next setup here. This is Damien. He is 14 years old, and he's a content creator out of Florida. His main game is Grand Theft Auto 5, and his previous setup was just an Xbox and a TV. And what inspired him to build his current setup is just playing games over time, maybe want to upgrade, and I started recording my progress on TikTok, and I found it very fun to me. I started making videos upgrading my setup, and I've been doing well. That's awesome. He started building his setup about 2 years ago, and it took about 2 years to build this entire setup. He afforded this setup by working for his dad and his side hustle, and he built his setup himself, and he doesn't have any ideas that he wants to add to it currently. So this already off of the bat looks really nice. I'm loving this stacked monitor setup here with the nice personality and the leaves on the side. I also love how you have a bunch of cool space here, and you've done a great job with like the space you have. I love that you've got like things you like on the shelves, and I like that you have like a bunch of personality, and then you have a keyboard building station on this side. Everything else just looks so nice, and I love the aesthetic you're building. I love your PC. It looks really nice. So it looks so sick, man. Great job. So if I'm honest, I'd rate this an 8 out of 10 or a 8.5 out of 10. I love this, man. It looks so nice. All right, we're moving on to someone that is in chat. This is Etchy's setup. Etchy is 16 years old. He's a content creator out of Houston. His main game is Overwatch 2, and his old gaming setup used to be really cluttered and not functional for videos and content creation, which I agree. I've seen his old setup. What inspired him to build his current setup is I've always wanted to see what my setup looked like if I just cut it down to the bare minimum and while trying to maintain a personality. He built the setup for streaming and content, and he finished his current of the setup about 3 weeks ago. He's been building a setup for almost 6 years now, so that's dope. He afforded a setup by content creation on TikTok, which is so cool. Various creators on TikTok help me inspire different aspects of my setup, and I can't say one in specific person gave me inspiration. My goal within the year is to have a full content studio separated from my bedroom for videos and streaming. That's a W. So off of the bat here, it's looking like a black, blue, and white setup. On top of that, I love this monitor layout. I also love how you have your camera on the on this boom arm, and I think this is, oh yeah, this is his old setup right here. On top of that, PC, here's his PC right here. Everything else looks really solid, man. You did an insane job. It just looks so good. I would say it's a 8.7. And this is Valentin. He is 13, a student out of Germany. His main game is Valorant, Overwatch 2, and Fortnite, and his previous setup was just a MacBook first generation. That's crazy. What inspired to build his current setup is mainly setup wars and my videos. He built the setup for gaming, watching YouTube, and a little bit of schoolwork. He built the setup on December 1st of last year, and it's been about a year and a half to build his entire setup. He afforded this setup by saving money on birthdays and Christmases, and he built it on his own. He wants to get another monitor and an RTX 3060 and maybe a new desk. Yeah, dude, this is really solid, bro. I love the wall. I think the wall is so sick. Dude, this is so nice, dude. For 13 years old, this is insane. I love this PC case too. I think it's like Corsair. Keyboard, mouse, RK61, I think. Dude, this aesthetic is so clean, bro. Like your cable management's on point. I will say this is some of the best cable management we've seen on the show in a long time, and this guy is rocking a budget setup and has better cable management than you. So how do you feel? I would say it's probably a solid 7.5. This is Chasen. He is 14 years old, and his occupation is that he works at the lake during the summertime, and he fills up gas in the boats. That's kind of cool. He's located in Alabama, and his main game is Apex. This is his very first setup, and what inspired him to build this setup is it is his current hobby and enjoys computer building. He built the setup for school and gaming, and he built it about 6 months ago. It took about 3 years to save up and build this setup. He afforded his setup by filling up boats in the summertime. His dad helped him with the table, and he wants to see him prosper, so he helped him with the setup. He wanted to start a YouTube channel to teach people to make money and tips and tricks and stuff about how to make more money. So off the rip, I love that you've got these Pokemon cards up top. I think it's really cool. I love the Gobi glide across this as well. I think it looks really, really dope. The PC looks really nice, and it is well spec. Props to you. I love the way this looks. I think you could have went with a 360 mil rad here though. On top of that, I love that you have a racing sim on the right side and a bunch of like Lego Star Wars stuff. I love the ultra wide as well. I think you should mount that to the wall. I think it looks solid as well. The way you have everything is really nice. It's just you need to figure out a way to like declutter and move everything around and have a place for it. But yeah, I think it you know, it has all the potential, but you just haven't like unlocked that yet. In my opinion, I would say it's a 6 out of 10. This next setup, his name is Mason. This is Mason. He is 13 years old, and he's a middle school student out of Florida. His main games are Valorant and Overwatch, and his previous setup was boring and a console setup. He got inspired by me, TechSource, and OPM Tech to build his current setup. His setup is built for gaming and schoolwork, and he built it in late August of 2022. It took him about 2 to 3 months to build his setup, and he afforded his setup by saving up at Christmas and birthdays and small side hustles in his neighborhood. I mainly built the PC myself, but my dad helped me with the wall shelf and the pegboards as well. My friend helped me build the PC, and he wants to upgrade his PC specs in the future. His current PC is very budget and sometimes slow, so he'd like to also mount his main monitor. So I love the little shelf off the bat on the right and the PS4. I think it looks really dope. On top of that, I think it looks really nice. You got like this little pegboard here. I love that. And then I also love the keycaps and the mouse pad. Yeah, the PC is a little budget. That's totally fine. I mean, you're very young, so it's okay. But yeah, it's awesome that you at least can run some stuff. And then also, I love that you took the time to cable manage. I low-key think you should have flipped this around to where the black part is facing us. For 13 years old, I would probably say this is a 6.3 out of 10. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next, and don't forget to follow the Twitch down below. See you there.